Hey everybody, Michael here from Replica Airguns with a preview, sort of unboxing video. I've unboxed most of these because I just wanted to have a little bit of familiarity with them before I showed you these products, not going totally dry. I did a little bit of looking some of them up because they're quite different and unique products. Some of them I've never seen anything really like them or reviewed anything like them. And we'll get into that. But basically I have a pellet pistol, and we'll talk about the names and what they are. I have an airsoft pistol. I have a little crossbow. I also have a Crosman machine pistol, rifle, whatever you want to call it, but we'll call it a pistol because that's technically what it is. And then I have a PCP 22 caliber rifle. So, and we'll get into what who makes them and what they're called and all that, and maybe a little bit of the specifications. I will be doing full tabletop videos and shooting videos for whichever ones I can do those videos for. Now we're going to start with the Umarex, and this is the Ruger Mark IV. So I did do a buckmark. It's very similar to the buckmark that I reviewed, where it's like a little break barrel pistol. That one came out years ago, 5, 6, maybe 7 years ago. Really neat pistol. It's just sort of an updated version, and it's the Ruger Mark IV. So very neat. It's kind of cool, easy to caulk. You got this little, front here. Let's see if we can get in here. Right. So here you go. Okay, so it looks a lot like a buckmark, the Ruger Mark IV. It looks a lot like it. Yeah, and it just break barrel design, pellet loads in the front, fully adjustable sight in the rear. The safety, which is on this side, goes on automatically when you cock it, so you have to take it off every time. And it's just a nice little single shot target pistol. Not going to be super powerful. Just comes in the clamshell packaging like this. Nothing really exciting. We'll tell you on what's on there. So it's a 177 caliber pellet, about 320 feet per second. It's rifled barrel, of course, fully adjustable rear sight, fiber optic on the front, but not the back. So just on the front, it's got a little red fiber optic. And when I do the tabletop video, I'll get in real close and show you more detailed video of the gun. But this is just the preview. Again, it's the Ruger, and it's the Mark IV pellet pistol. So this will be a lot of fun to shoot. I'm sure it's fairly accurate. I remember the buckmark was a nice little pistol. The buckmark had a little bit of a kind of a wobbly thing. That was the only kind of negative thing I didn't like about it. But this barrel is definitely a lot more, solid. Once it locks in there, it's super solid. Everything about this gun just feels a little tighter. So we'll put that aside for now. I will be bringing it back up in a second because the next gun is an Action Army, and this is the AAP-01. And you might notice that it looks a little bit like the Ruger Mark IV. It's just sort of more stocky and shorter, but it has the similar kind of bolt that comes out the rear, although it doesn't on this because the spring is in there. It doesn't have an actual bolt in the back. But you'll notice they have a similar shapes. This one's a little shorter and stockier. This isn't a replica of the Ruger Mark IV. It's basically, it's Action Army's sort of, it's their design. They probably, borrowed a few of the looks from other guns and whatnot. But this is a blowback, right? A full blowback, locking back, everything, right? And it's a airsoft pistol, so 6mm airsoft pistol. What's kind of neat about it is it does have fiber optic sights front and back, full-size dropout metal magazine that holds the 22 rounds of airsoft BBs. Has a claimed FPS of around 320, but it does come with an extension, a barrel extension. So you can add that to it and put like a compensator on here. This does unscrew, okay? So you could put a compensator and run that barrel extension on it and get a higher FPS, but it also has the shorter barrel that doesn't have the screws in it if you want to keep it short. Neat gun, open bolt. You can see right through it, or open ejection port. Really neat little pistol. Blowback operation. Another cool thing about it is that it has semi and full auto capabilities. So in the back here, I don't know if you can see it, but there's a little selector for semi and full auto, okay? So if you want to shoot it in semi-auto or full auto, totally up to you. I did have a little go with it, and it was pretty fun. I did full auto, 22 rounds. Used up pretty much all the gas shooting 22 rounds, so that's what you would expect. At least what I got with my with using basically some propane. By the way, I did take a couple shots with this, and it felt pretty good. Had a nice trigger. Trigger was a little heavier than I was expecting, but it's good. It's got a short take up. It's a single action trigger, just a little heavier than I was used to. Maybe a little break in time and it'll smooth out just a little bit. This one has a nice trigger though too. So we'll get more into that later. When I do the tabletop, I will be doing a tabletop and a shooting video for both of those guns for sure. Okay, let's get this out of the way. Okay, next up, very different product than I've ever reviewed. We have this little crossbow, mini crossbow. And in Canada, we're not allowed really, really small crossbows. There's size limitations, so if they get under a certain size, they become prohibited. This one, I think with the stock and the size of the bow, I'm not sure exactly what it is, but it does qualify it as basically a non-regulated firearm, or whatever you want to call it, not really a firearm. You have this cocking mechanism here, so you just hold it there and cock it. Fairly easy to put the gun. It does come apart in the box. You have to put the bow on it and string it, but it has this little stringer thing that it comes with that helps you get it strung, because that's pretty tight. It's got, like, I believe a 60-pound draw. I haven't shot it because I need the right backstop to shoot it, but it's really neat. It comes with this little foregrip on the front here. It's got an adjustable rear stock, and it actually feels pretty good. It does have an adjustable rear sight that looks like it's adjustable for at least windage, maybe elevation. Yeah, I think elevation too, because you can slide it along this little track. So let's get in here. Okay, you can see here you got this track that you can slide it up and down, fully adjustable. You could put you could take this right off, put a red dot on there. It's got a safety built in, ambidextrous safety, right? You got your nice little foregrip here. Front sight has a little red dot on it. You can see that. Nice rear stock. It's really nice. It only weighs a few pounds. And it shoots, I believe, well, let's see what the specs say, 175 FPS. So, you know, the little bolts, or whatever you want to call them, they're little dart bolts that it has, comes with 3, are going to essentially, you know, be obviously a lot heavier than a pellet. So this bolt or this dart is going to weigh more and have a little more foot-pound energy, even though it's going slower than a pellet would. So that'll be fun. From what I understand, they actually stick into things pretty good. So, you know, I'm not sure how the accuracy is. We'll find out. So again, it's 175 FPS, 60-foot draw, weighs 2.2 pounds, and goes anywhere from 22 to 24 inches, depending on how much you pull out the stock. I think it has 3 positions, so probably 22, 23, and 24. That would be the full length of the actual device, fully extended. Okay. All right, next up we have the Crosman A4-P. Okay, so it's this guy. I haven't got it out of the box, the only one that's not out of the box today. And it is basically like the, you know, DPM, SPR, whatever it is, all the Crosman rifles. They got a whole bunch of different, they used to call it the Bushmaster, but that got changed. You know, you've got the R1, you've got a whole series of these AR-styled rifles from Crosman. And this is just another version that doesn't have a stock option. So it's just a pistol. Kind of looks like a rifle. I guess you could plant that in your shoulder, but that's not really the reason for it or way you would shoot it. It's designed to be shot like a pistol, but it has the same magazines as all the other series in the AR series from Crosman. You've got you can put all your hardware on here with the rails, right? Weighs pretty solid weight. I'll go over the specs really quick if I can find them on the box. Has the same magazine, so if you want to get the high capacity mag that you can get from Crosman, you can do that. Shoots in semi-auto, full auto, and of course has the safety. And I got an ambulance or something driving by right now. Has this little mini, whatever you want to call it, suppressor on it, but it's just non-functioning. It's pretty heavy. It does weigh quite a bit because internally there's a lot of metal inside of this gun with the bolt and all the metal parts inside, and the magazine's quite hefty. So it's substantial weight to it, you know, and full blowback operation, right? Right, you got bolt, catch, everything. Just what you'd be used to, right? And it has dual CO2 just like the other ones. Let's take a look on the box and just quickly see what some of the specs are. They'll be very similar to the other AR series from Crosman. So, okay, I'm quickly going to go over it. So 25 round capacity, 5.3 pounds. So it's a pretty hefty pistol. The full length is 21.2 inches. It doesn't have a stock that's adjustable, so that's the length. Smoothbore barrel. Sights red, well, I guess yeah, it does come with a red dot. I forgot to mention that. So you do have a red dot that you can put on it. You can put whatever you want on there. You could use the red dot that it comes with. You can see it in the picture. Okay, it's not on in the box, but that's okay, easy to put on. You'll have to sight it in. And that's pretty much it. 430 feet per second, 1,400 rounds per minute. You know, we're all familiar with the Crosman line of machine guns. A very cool line. Let's put that down now. I'll just kind of show you a little closer real quick. Right, nice. Right. The bolt's already back. There's your buffer tube. All right. Now, last but not least, I have an Venturi product called the Avenger. I'm a little confused by this one. I don't know all the details because it's not on our website. I did a little quick search throughout Canada, and I could only find the PAL, so the regulated version of this gun, because you can get it in .177 caliber, you can get it in .22 caliber, and you can get it in .25 caliber. All that being said, all of those guns will shoot either 1,000 feet per second, 950 or 900, depending on the caliber you get. That would make it a regulated firearm, which means you need a PAL, which means we won't be selling this exact gun unless it's detuned. I don't think this one's detuned. It doesn't say it on the box. It doesn't say it anywhere in the manual. I could be mistaken because I haven't really shot it. I just fired one round off real quick in my C-can without sights, so I had to be careful. Seemed like it was pushing pretty hard though. So I have a feeling this is the I guess, regulated in terms of how much feet per second it has. I believe this is the full jam regulated, so it requires a PAL firearms license. That being said, I'm allowed to have any regulated firearm here in Canada because I have my PAL, and sometimes Venturi just kind of happens to ship me products because they know I'm the one reviewing it and they know I have a PAL. So I'm not sure what's going to happen with this particular product in the store unless we get the, I guess, detuned version that shoots under a certain feet per second. Then we'll sell it in the airgun store. So that's a possibility. Even if this one isn't detuned, we might be getting those detuned versions in the future. And maybe that's why they sent me this sort of as a heads up, okay? But this is a really cool, excuse me, pellet rifle. It's mostly plastic, so it's not super heavy. It's not light by any means. It's got some, you know, it's got a rail on the bottom here for like a bipod. It's got a rail on the top. It doesn't come with any sights. This one's going to require like a scope or something. It's a PCP, so you're going to need a pump or a compressor to fill it up, so it doesn't require CO2 or any caulking or anything. And it regulates the rounds and keeps them all essentially at the same FPS no matter what pressure is inside the gun. So I think it goes up to around 4,500 PSI if you're pumping it up, and then it probably pushes out, say, 1,000 PSI regulated. So all your shots will be consistent. It comes with two 10-round magazines in the 22 caliber version. The .177 might have more because it's a smaller round, and the .25 might have, say, 8 rounds. But this particular version comes with two 22-round rotary mags. It has this really cool, it's not a bolt system, it's like a latch system, okay? So you pull the latch, and you're ready to go. You're ready to shoot. You don't need to reset it. You don't need to reset the safety, which is right here. So it's on safe right now. It's on safe right now. Fire, safe. But really cool. You put your rotary magazine right there. Again, it comes with two of them. These guys right here. Yeah, really neat. You put your air in the front here. Well, you pump it up, you know, with your foot pump or your compressed air tank, whatever you're using, scuba tank or something. Nice gun. And I was watching a video by Edgun. He's a guy that I've been watching on YouTube for a while, and he does a lot of vermin shooting and uses PCP-powered rifles all the time. He's, you know, got his favorites, of course, but he was doing a real quick sort of preview on this gun, and he was really impressed with the price point, what you get. He said, like, a lot of the stuff, like this latch system and everything, you wouldn't find on this low price gun, and normally it would be on like $1,000 gun, the quality that this latch and how nice and light it is. So he was really impressed with the overall build and how this gun, you know, at least before shooting it, how it kind of spec'd out. So yeah, I'm looking forward to shooting it. It's pretty neat, and hopefully my C-can can handle the velocity. I know my pellet trap can. It's for actual 22 caliber long rifle rounds, so this will handle 22 caliber rounds coming out of an air gun, no problem. All right, so stay posted for these video reviews. I'm going to probably, well, I'm for sure going to do a field test video for this one and a little quick tabletop video. I'm probably going to test out almost all these guns, tabletop and field test, with possibly the exception of the Bear, what is it, the name of it, I think I didn't even say the name, the Bear Desire, which is the crossbow. This is the Bear Desire XL. So this might be the only one, unless I can find a proper backstop that'll stop those bolts a little bit better, then I'll see what I can do. I'd like to review it and do a field test for that for sure. I think the 30-foot mark would be fine in the sea can. I just want to make sure I'm not going to damage those bolts or those darts when I shoot them. Okay, that's it. So look forward to those videos. Check out replicaairguns.ca and replicaairguns.us for these products. Other than this one, because it's not listed just yet, maybe later, so you can check later in our Canada and US stores. And if you're interested in other products, air guns, BB guns, airsoft guns, pellet guns, and other accessories, blank guns too, then check out Canada and the US stores, again, over at replicaairguns.ca and replicaairguns.us. We also have all the written articles with additional photos and stuff like that on our blog at replicaairguns.com. Usually with links to these products that I review, so you can go there and probably get links to everything as well. All right, thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe. Check me out on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Until next time, take care.